Got to get into a little bit of Chainlink, guys. Hong Kong has officially chosen, along with Australia, to run Chainlink as part of their financial infrastructure. This caught my attention mainly because over the last few years, I have watched Hong Kong go from being very nervous, much like other nations, to fully embracing the crypto space. At the same time, I've also sat back and watched the Chainlink community deal with Chainlink's bipolar price behavior. All right. What I'm imagining now is because Hong Kong's crypto market is significantly more friendly. And let me begin to show you what I'm talking about. First, this is an illustration of the mechanism that they'll be running in Hong Kong in collaboration with the Hong Kong Monetary Authority. That's the number one name in the land, and Chainlink is with them, so that's good. But Hong Kong's stablecoin law opens floodgates for a boom in digital assets. Investors are increasingly interested in stablecoins, which are digital tokens pegged to a reference asset that we already know. But what I'm getting at here is there's been a lot of discussion around stablecoins here in the United States, and Chainlink has plugged themselves in with the best of them. There's also information coming out from Chainlink expressing how their network is perfectly suited to run a stablecoin infrastructure as well. That is why Circle has officially, as of this morning, according to the email that I got, completed the CCTP from Chainlink. They have embedded it into Circle's new payment network, right? So what I'm getting at here is because Chainlink is associated with a market like Hong Kong, it really gives them the best advantage for their technology to be capitalized on. Because when you take a look at the fintech space, the landscape for Hong Kong, I was only able to get a few names on the screen. The graphic clearly shows you a much broader outlook here. But HSBC, Bank of China, Hang Seng, Standard Chartered, Citibank, Hashkey, these are names that will potentially be working with Chainlink in the future now that they're in the Hong Kong market. And if you can take a look at some of the names in the graphic under the cryptocurrency side, you got OKCoin out there. You have Dash, Ledger, Datum, KuCoin, Huobi, which is another huge name. The Hong Kong environment, it's very strong. And their added advantage is the fact that they have the regulations behind them. BitMEX, that's another name. I believe that's the one I was looking up earlier. But they have that legislation behind them. So that means there is no friction when it comes to the promotion and the adoption of these technologies, which is something that up to now, I don't think Chainlink necessarily had because it was primarily US focused. They were building out infrastructure here for US companies, but these US companies were waiting for the regulatory environment to clear up. Now that it has, we're obviously going to start seeing a lot more US companies promote or display their use of Chainlink. But this Hong Kong market, it will come out faster because we still got to finish our paperwork. Hong Kong's is finished. And again, when you look at the names that are involved over there, I can't wait to see the headlines. I can't wait to see the headlines. Now, what makes it even better is when you tack on Chainlink's use cases and how they align with a lot of the companies that we were just looking at. Data management, insurance verification, supply chain management, enterprise interoperability, government and public sector. So because Chainlink is the master of data, because it keeps everything tied together, it can really fit in to multiple municipal use cases, which is what we're seeing a lot of coming from places like Hong Kong, South Korea, the rest of China, and pretty much everywhere that isn't the United States. It's the governments that are most interested in the blockchain technology. And because Chainlink does have a track record with the US government, other nations will see that and be like, oh, okay. So you're able to handle the mega power. Let's see what you can do with our power. So I like this arrangement for Chainlink. I really do. I really like this arrangement for Chainlink. And again, just to remind us of some of the biggest firms, HSBC, Bank of China, Citibank Group, Standard Charter, the work that those first four do, same thing that JP Morgan does. Let's just say they want to share some of that information. Now, these networks can also look, or these banks, financial institutions can also look into collaborating with smaller networks, setting up a similar arrangement that Chainlink had between Ondo and JP Morgan. Now you're electrifying the space even more. To figure out who those individual networks would be, of course, that takes another level of research, but I leave that up to you. I'm going to just show you the direction to go in. So, bottom line, when it comes to Link's position in Hong Kong, them being adopted in a crypto-friendly environment, I believe will push them to new heights. And yes, I am referring to the price chart. Because in a bull environment, once the products have the permission to be promoted, it's really hard to stop at that point.